Hey everybody, Jonathan Faceman from Man About Town for the world famous Kissimmee Muscle Gym. And getting back to some of the core pieces of equipment in here, I'm just finishing a glute and hamstring based leg day where I've done 5 movements so far. I've done a couple of sets here on one of my favorite pieces to finish with on hamstrings day. And this piece, I believe, it's not a new piece to the strength training world, but it's a new piece to the bodybuilding world, and this one's by Arsenal Strength, so it is actually a new piece for us. And they call it the Posterior Chain Developer. So hamstrings, calves, glutes, lower back, and you can use it a variety of different ways. And I don't believe there was an analogous piece back in the 90s or 80s bodybuilding world, but there was on the strength and conditioning side. And I believe Sornox came out with the back attack, which was the first piece that was like this one. I'm using this piece today for hamstrings, and so I've got the seat or the front pad for the thighs a little bit lower than my waist, so I can bend at my hips instead of my waist, and I'm really focusing on those hamstrings and those glutes. This piece can be a bit intimidating because it has 6 different adjustments on it, and so we'll just walk briefly through those 6 adjustments and then show how to execute on a set as well. The first adjustment is for the foot platform. This raises and lowers. It's got a pop pin, and it also moves up and down. The second is for your feet, forward and backward, so you can change the angle of pull for your hamstrings or for your lower back depending on where you're trying to emphasize. Moving on up to the thigh pad, this pivots. It's got 2 adjustments here. This is front and back adjustment, so anterior or posterior, bring it closer to you, further away, and then also a vertical movement here. And each of these also not only has a pop pin, but it has a tension knob as well. So once you've set your pop pin to the desired level, the desired adjustment, then you tighten down the overall mechanism to make sure it doesn't wiggle on you. Moving on up, you've got a pop pin here that adjusts the height of the back piece. And with this one, the lower you go as a starting position, the more you unload the end of the movement. So the heavier at the bottom when you start out lower. I want to load the end of the movement as much as possible, so I've got it in its highest position. And then the final adjustment is just how high up on your shoulders you want this to go. I want it to go up just about as if it were a squat, and so I want it across my upper back. And that's a pop pin as well as tension there. And so 6 adjustments to get it dialed in just for you. And then I've got 1 plate on here. You can also put bands on. There's band pegs, so you can overload the end of the movement. And let's just see how you execute. It's a bit of an ankle biter, so I'm cautious getting into it. I don't want to take a chunk out of my shins. Heels underneath the pads. I'm adjusting the thigh pad to be just above my knees. And then I'm going to adjust my toes in or out depending on which part of the hamstrings I want to hit. The release lever is here on the right hand side. Stand up, pull the release to you, and you're ready to execute the movement. Good stretch forward, good squeeze back out. Stretch forward, squeeze back up. Stretch forward, squeeze back out. And that locks the reverse of how you unlock it. Now for this piece, if you want to emphasize more lower back, you'll just simply raise the thigh pad to where it's bending at the low back rather than at the hips. And you can really work those erectors with this piece as well. A lot of adjustments. Once you're dialed in, you'll have a lot of safety and security in it. You can spot yourself on this one. And so it's one of my favorites. I usually finish hamstring day with this one. And it's the Arsenal Strength Posterior Chain Developer.